Hi everyone, thank you for watching my video. Today I am going to be talking about the one and only watch that you need to own in your collection and would be a great investment piece and at the same time a reliable piece that you can use for a lifetime. And this watch comes from a known brand, it's Rolex. And I know before you guys start telling me, well, why do we need to buy a Rolex? What are the prices have been going up? Why should we get something that is, having inflated prices? I can tell you that Rolex as a brand has a track record of being proved to be a good, reliable timepiece, and at the same time, it has also been one of the brands that has been known to hold its value because of the well-known marketed brand it has been out to be. And of course, there is many other brands that you can consider getting from, depending on the price point that you're looking at. You can get, if you're looking at within the $1,000 range, you can of course get the Seiko that I recommended in my previous video. Or if you're looking at within the 5,000 range, I would strongly recommend you getting a Tudo because it is a sister brand of Rolex, and I find that Tudo have made incredibly good watches these days, especially in the Black Bay line collection. And at the same time, there are other lines that Tudo is coming up with. One of the new lines that I will be making the next video on will be the Tudo 1926, which I find it is one of those watches that you can get at a really good price point, and at the same time you get so much value for what you're paying for because it comes with a reliable movement, and Tudo has backed it up with 5 years of warranty as well. So before I go on about this watch, I would like to just say, as for getting watches is really your choice. It's up to you what kind of watch you want to go for, but if you want something that will have a good brand and will be something that you can wear on a daily basis, and it is would be something very reliable for 10 years, you would not need to worry about servicing it until the time comes. And if you take care of it and wear it on a daily basis, I think getting a Rolex, if you're looking at it from a daily perspective, it is a really good value for money watch. Alright, so now today I'm going to be unboxing to you a watch that I have owned for quite a while now, and I think it is one of my favorite watches in the collection, and something that has been hasn't been looked into for the past few years until now, where people are appreciating more. And what Rolex is this? I am going to be bringing to you the Rolex Submariner. And yes, this is the Rolex Submariner, and when I mention Rolex Submariner, I mean the one which has no date. The Rolex Submariner with a date, it's called the Rolex Submariner Date, whereas this is the original Rolex Submariner. What an amazing, stunning watch. The thing that I like most about the Submariner is the fact that how simple the dial looks. It has a perfectly symmetrical dial, and this model that I'm going to be talking to you about is the older version now, because September they released a new version, which is the 124060. This is the older version, which is the 114060, which comes in a 40mm diameter, perfect size, and at the same time it has got a 20mm lug width. So you can match it with many straps out there in the market, leather straps, rubber straps. Many people go for the rubber B strap so that it's water resistant. But the one thing that is my favorite about this is actually the look it has on the bracelet. And notwithstanding, the Rolex Submariner comes with an amazing bracelet which has the light lock system, and which is a patented technology from Rolex. It's the bracelet that you can adjust on the fly. I think it has 8 positions where you can adjust it to, and the reason why it has 8 positions, as you can figure, is because it's a diver watch, which means that when people go on a diving trip, you can extend it all the way out and wear it over your suit. Right, so coming back to it, why do I love the glide lock extension? It's great, especially if you're gonna be using this on a daily basis, and as the temperature changes, you want to adjust it accordingly, and when it gets a little bit warmer and your wrist expands, you want to move it one position more. This is perfect. And on my 6.5 inch wrist, this 40mm Rolex fits perfectly. And I think the new 41mm Submariner, as well as I've reviewed previously, is also a great size as well. The difference between the 40mm and the 41mm is very small, insignificant. In fact, I would say if you were given a chance to go between the 114060 Submariner or the newer 124060, and you are willing to pay a little bit more, go for the newer Submariner, because it has come with the new 3235 movement, and that has a 70-hour power reserve. And not just the fact that it has a 70-hour power reserve, if you looked more into the number of jewels, and I'm not an expert on this, but from what I've heard, the number of jewels that are in that movement and the mechanisms that use, it makes the durability of that movement a lot better as compared to the previous versions. Not saying that the previous 114060 doesn't come with a reliable movement. It comes with an amazing reliable movement, which is the 3135 movement, and is very tried and tested. For 10 years, it's been a workhorse movement, and I think that you cannot go wrong with this Submariner. Now, the value proposition that the Submariner brings on is, right now you can get this piece at about $10,000, and I think, maybe you might find that this price is a bit on the high side, but the fact is that the Submariner is something that is an iconic model, and iconic models will never go out of style. So the timeless classic in 5 years, in 10 years, will always be something that is highly desirable, and at the same time it will be something that you can always wear out in many different occasions, which makes this a very versatile timepiece as well. And at the same time, you do not have to worry about servicing this watch for a good 5 to 6 years. If you wear it every day, you can always send it back into Rolex for a service, or many of the watchmakers are available to service this Rolex because of how easy it is to maintain the movement. So I wouldn't be worried too much about the servicing itself. And because it has a I made a mistake there. It is not the 3135 movement, but it's actually the 3130 movement on this, and incidentally it's also 3230 in the newer movement. The lesser number of complications that are in this as compared to the date models makes this movement, I would say, more withstanding over time. Alright, going on to more details about this watch, it comes with the Oyster bracelet, as we have mentioned, and this Oyster bracelet is the same bracelet that you would find on a date model. So if you have the date model and you want to change out this bracelet to the rubber strap that you bought, it works on all the Submariner lines. Rolex makes standard sizes, so if you are getting any of the newer Submariner models, the bracelets or the leather straps, that anything you buy for that would always fit on all its Submariner ranges as well. Now, the one other thing that I would like to mention about the Submariner is the fact that this comes with a 120 click bezel, which is one of the most smoothest bezels that I have actually used. I've used the Omega Seamaster watch as well, and I have used the Tudo Black Bay 58 as well, and many other brands which are famous, and I can confidently say that this Submariner comes with the best bezel action, and I think many people here would agree with me on that it has so far been the most smoothest. I don't know how they made it, but it is really smooth, and unfortunately I didn't get the watch which has the most perfect alignment. I think I'm a bit nitpicky there, but most of the Rolex watches always comes with a good bezel alignment. Alright, so let me know in the comments what do you feel about the new about the Rolex Submariner as a one watch timepiece that you can own. You will never need another watch to go on with, or you could go for something different. And in my next video, I will be talking about another Rolex model which I feel is a great investment piece, and at the same time a piece that you should grab now while you still can, because that model is going to go out. Alright, stay tuned. Thank you very much for watching my video, and have a great day.